meron tayong Vietnamese national na nakatakas at nagpakita ng nagbigay ng kanyang testimonya na tinotorture po sila doon.
So, nakidnap po sila.
Yes, ma'am.
Did they give money or not?
Hindi po. May I, ma'am?
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay. Dylan, as he was telling his story po, he was sold po. Binenta siya doon sa Sunyuan sa Baupu.
Pakibigyan mo sila.
What's up mga kayo? Welcome back pa rin syempre dito lang sa Joe Malone TV. Tunay na balita, walang kinakampihan, sumasalamin sa katotohanan lamang.
At this juncture, Mr. Chair, I would like to call Dr. John Winston Casio of the PAOCC to provide us the necessary information through a presentation showing the extent of criminal activities associated with illegal POGO operation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Attorney Winston, doctor. Medical doctor po kaya?
No, sir. Doctor of Philosophy po.
Philosophy. Okay, sige, doctor. Dr.
Pero kung
Winston.
ipo-promote niya ko na
Dr.
attorney,
Winston,
I
you
would
are
be very
recognized.
happy.
You are going to present
Yes,
yung mga illegal activities that happen.
Yes, sir. We have...
Okay,
Yes, sir.
sige, go ahead, please.
Initially, Mr. Chair and the members of the Joint Committee, we would like to present first a short video presentation of some of the crimes that we have found during our raids against camp farms. With the indulgence of the committee po, this will just be a very short,
Okay,
Mr.
please
Chair.
proceed.
Boy, maso.
Kasalukuyan tayo nasa Road 10. Delpan tayo nag-start. Kasama natin yung mga clearing team dito. Siyempre meron din tayong kasama mga kapulisan, yung mga smart natin. Saka MTPP, yung mga towing natin. Ay, grabe yung mga basura dito. Araw ng Sabado dito sa Pilipinas, kaya mas clearing operation ang ginagawa natin. Boy, maso. Uy, subscribe. Boss. Joy. Cedric ha? Cedric Polo. Pangalan eh, tayo. Nakakano eh. May naisip na ako eh. Oy, dali to. Dali. Meron namang iniiwan ng papel dyan eh, kaya hindi maliligaw eh. Sa papel na yon, merong mga yung details nando doon. Kaya nung anong plate number, anong oras, kung saan, at kung saan tutubusin o kukunin, kung saan dadalhin. Siyempre sa impounding area. So complete details usually iniiwan kung saan yung sasakyan na pinagtunan. It's either kakapit lang sa mga poste na katapat ng pinagkakakuhaan. Gaya na ito, puro FTPP na yung kumakana dito. Dali na tatak. Oh. Nadali itong ano, itong monster kuliglig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, if we would be allowed, we would like to present the timeline that led to the operation against Mamban Tarlac, otherwise known as the Baupu compound. This will just be a very short timeline, just to provide us a clear picture of what transpired prior, before, and during the raid.
Okay, please proceed.
Okay. May I direct the members of the committee to the PowerPoint presentation? Next slide, please. Now, when we talk of Bamban, we're
By
actually
the way, before you proceed,
Yes,
I just
Mr.
remember, I saw those videos regarding the different tortures that you collated.
Yes, sir.
Ito pa ay galing to sa mga ano, di ba? Sa mga phone ng mga victims or suspects or the
yes,
accused.
sir. These are actual torture videos being submitted to us to the Commission for Rescue. These are given to us by mostly by their family members, asking our help to secure the release of the kidnapped victims.
Okay, are you going to show the different videos?
Yes, sir. We are prepared to show those
Okay, all right.
upon the indulgence of the committee, sir.
Okay, sige, you proceed.
Please allow me to download my presentation. Hindi ko na makita masyado na malayo. Apologize. No, so when we talk of Bamban po, we're talking of 3 juridical entities for the information of the body. We're actually talking of Baupu Land Development, the real estate company that owns the compound, 7.9 hectares of land. We are also talking of Hongsheng Gaming Technology, the former Pogo whose permit was eventually cancelled for various violations. Then lastly, the Sunyu One Technology, the last IGL/Pogo that was raided last March 14, 2024 for a number of violations. Now, if you would look at the timeline po, okay, so Baupu Land Development started as early as 2022, but by that time, the then private citizen Alice Leal Guo or Guwaping was only at the beginning of her buying spree. She was buying lands from as low as 200 square meters to several hectares. Now, this is very crucial because we would like to present to the honorable body and to the other resource persons that the game plan of the honorable Mayor Alice Leal Guo was not really just to invest in land, but rather to develop that real estate property into what would become a scam farm eventually. There was a grand design as early as 2020. Okay. Now, if you would take a look at the next part therein, you would see that she was able to seek the reclassification of what was formerly an agricultural pieces of land. 7.9 hectares of those of agricultural land was reclassified into agricultural, commercial, and residential. No? Okay. Now, she was able to secure a special ordinance from the Bamban municipal government, from the municipal government of Bamban, the last March 21, 2019, with the purpose of reclassifying the 7.9 hectares of land. So from agricultural, it eventually became commercial residential in a span of less than 2 weeks from the date of application. No?
Congressman Valeriano.
Chairman, nung ginawa niya, hindi pa siya mayor.
Yeah, hindi pa po. She was still a private citizen, Your Honor.
So at that time, powerful na rin siya para niya ma-control yung council ng Bamban, di ba? Kasi to convert yung land into commercial, kailangan mo na act ng council, di ba?
Okay, thank you for that. Sige, please proceed. Gaano ka haba itong presentation mo about Doctor?
Medyo 7 slides lang po yata.
Sige, go ahead.
6 slides. Okay. So, okay. Dapat pala dito. Doon na lang po siguro ako sa harap, sir, kasi hindi ko makita yung ating presentation.
Dito ka sa,
I apologize.
Mr. Chair,
Beside us,
can we request also a written report of
did you submit
presentation? Hard
you
copy.
have submitted to us, right? So can you kindly give the members the copy of that presentation? The timeline
It's 7
and the...
slides only.
Yeah,
They can easily reproduce.
Sige, go ahead, Dr. Winston, please.
I apologize, no? Medyo malabo na ho ang mata talaga. Okay, hi, ma'am. So, kung titinan po natin, nag-execute po ng deeds of sale as early for then Alice Leal Guo. Remember po doon sa Senate hearing, her contention was her equity was only for the land, the use of her 7.9 hectare land. But that was not the actual design that we saw as we investigated the documents that we obtained from the different agencies of government. No? So makita po ninyo, the primary person of interest there would be Wang Xiyang or Xiyang Wang. Si Mr. Xiyang Wang, the treasurer of Baofu Land Development, is a fugitive now. Mr. Xiyang Wang was seen in many Pogo hubs. As early as San Valley, he was already an incorporator. So all the way to Lucky South 99, the one raided in Porac, the footprints of Mr. Xiyang Wang was very much latent. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, we were able to prove through our contentions submitted in court, no, that the design of Ms. Guo to buy all of those 7.9 hectares of land was really to be able to develop such for a POGO purpose, a scam hub purpose. Next slide, please. Okay. So, ayun na nga po, hindi pa po siya mayor, nag-intervene na po si Alice Guo on September 16, 2020 to be able to obtain the letter of no objection. And she was able to get that. Okay? But remember, that was for Hong Sheng, hindi pa po yung Sun Yuan. So, her contention that she is not in any way connected to any of the POGO is very dubious because her name is in the letter of no objection for Hong Sheng. Okay? By the way, this was also raided initially December of 2020 by the National Bureau of Investigation together with the Bureau of Immigration for violations of the Illegal Access Device Law. So, December 2020 pa lang po, na-raid na po ang Baofu. Wala pa po silang mga dokumento galing sa PAGCOR. So, they were operating even without documents from PAGCOR. Ganon po sila sa blatant. Next slide, please. Okay? Tandaan ho natin, si Hong Sheng na-issuehan lamang ng OGL, Offshore Gaming License, only on March 1, 2020. But they were already raided December of 2020. No? So, 2021 lamang nakuha ang kanilang permit, March 2021, pero na-raid na po sila ng December 2020 primarily for operating, no? Illegal access device ang violation nila noon. So talagang, even without documents, they were operating. Illegal through and through. Okay po. So, we can do away with that po. Yan yung mga pag-transfer lamang po ng shares ni Mayor Guo from her to that of Mr. Lopez, no? That was in preparation for her candidacy last 2022 when she filed her candidacy as mayor. Next slide po. Okay. So ito naman po yung pag-reassign ni Alice Guo ni Jack Lopez Oy to Mr. Bernard Chua, who now stands as the beneficial owner of Baofu Land Development, which we are contesting sapagkat despite the fact that Mr. Chua appears to be so quote-unquote the owner on paper, in reality he is not the owner of this particular Baofu Land Development. Next please. So na-raid na nga po ng CIDG again on March 2023 yung Baofu. By that time, Hong Sheng na po yung na-raid. Dahil sa raid na yon, binigyan po ng closure order ng PAGCOR ang Hong Sheng. Now, but if you take a look at that, despite the fact na na-raid na po yung Hong Sheng 2 times, December 2020 and March 2023, binigyan pa rin po siya ng business permit ni Mayora. This time, not for Hong Sheng, but for Sun Yuan. At this time, she is already the mayor of Bamban, Tarlac. Okay. Next po. So, makita po ninyo, yan po yung letter of no objection na in-issue nung Municipal Council during the incumbency of Mayor Guo. But then again, take note, on May 25, 2023, kinancel po ni PAGCOR yung Hong Sheng. No, so, na-cancel po yung primary purpose of business nila. But there was no subsequent cancellation of the municipal mayor's permit despite the cancellation of PAGCOR. No? So, dire-diretso po yan. Inisyuhan pa po niya ng business permit despite the fact na wala pong Bureau of Fire Protection inspection permit yung lugar na ito. No? So, tuloy-tuloy po at wala hong Certificate of Accreditation and Authority from PAGCOR. If they were to operate as an IGL/POGO, bakit pinayagan magkaroon ng permit? Wala na nga po silang lisensya magmula doon sa PAGCOR. Next po. Okay, so ito na nga po. Nabigyan din sila eventually ng provisional lang, if I'm not mistaken. No? They were given a provisional license by PAGCOR that was valid supposedly up until 31 of December 2023. The same was extended up until February of 2024. Okay, pakibilisan po natin. Okay, then na-raid na po natin siya sapagkat noong February 24, meron tayong Vietnamese national na nakatakas at nagpakita nagbigay ng kanyang testimonya na dinotorture po sila doon sa loob. By the way, with the indulgence of the committee, we have 5 foreign witnesses at the holding room together with 1 Filipino witness po, Mr. Chair.
Actually, they're inside. I allowed them to enter already. And
Okay
as a matter of fact, medyo na ako doon kay Alice Go. That was discussed thoroughly in the Senate, and we don't want to focus on that anymore. What we wanted is those victims who were
Sir.
rescued. Because if you're going to allow me to
Yes, Mr.
mention
Chair.
the thousands, marami tayong mga Pilipinos, 1,209 Filipinos na rescued, Chinese 275, isang pa lang to haba. 418 Vietnamese, 2 Taiwanese, 41 Myanmar. Marami eh. So, ito ipe-present nyong mga na-rescue. Sila rin po ang magpe-petition for sa korte. Are you going to use them as a petitioner?
Your Honor, some of them are classified as witnesses, some are complainants. But all of them are participants in our criminal litigation.
Okay. Sige. Doon tayo focus. Sige. Go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Chair, if that is the case, may I, with the indulgence of the joint committees, I think may I allow them to be presented na if their testimonies are of more important value to the committee rather than the presentation po.
Siguro members no allow na muna natin na i-present nila yung kanilang mga what you call this witnesses no para at least makita natin kung anong ginawa sa mga foreign nationals and for the international community as well to realize that the Philippine government and this Congress is doing something on the complaints of their mga foreign nationals dahil marami po tayo nadidinig that the Philippine government is not doing anything on those foreigners that are being rescued. But as a matter of fact, the direct intervention of the speaker who told us that we need to investigate this comprehensively. And that's the reason why we're doing this. Para sa ganun ay malaman po ng international community that we are doing our job in this country. Okay, Dr. Winston, you can proceed.
May I first fetch our translator, sir, and one of the witnesses so we could facilitate the presentation of their testimonies before the honorable committee.
Okay, we'll be asking before we start with our isa sa mga witness, sabay-sabay na tayo. Patayin na lang muna dito yung mga witnesses or mga rescued workers from China, Malaysia. I think there is also a Filipino here.
Yes, sir.
Meron, no? So, Vietnam. Can you kindly stand up? Can you kindly stand up dito? And the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Congressman Joseph Jojo Lara from Cagayan. Sir, welcome. Please stand up and hindi naman po kayo mga akusado dito. I hope you understand my English. Kayo po ay mga rescued workers that this government will be protecting.
Mr. Chair, may I
Dr.
provide...
Wilson, now you can proceed.
Sir, may I provide a context first? We have 5 foreign nationals. One was rescued from Pamban, Tarlac. Now, he was rescued upon the request of the Malaysian Embassy. We also have 4 Chinese nationals rescued from Porac, Pampanga. And we have 1 Filipina rescued from Myanmar. We presented the Myanmar victim to be able to provide context to the committee that the problem of scam farms is not just limited to the Philippines, but this is an inter-ASEAN problem. So, Mr. Chair, I would give the mic to the translator, Mr. Dylan.
Yes, go ahead. Please proceed, Mr. Dylan. By the way, Dylan is not your real name. It's your English name, right?
Dylan.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so Mr. Dylan, can you kindly narrate to these 2 committees and to these resource speakers who are here what happened to you first, no?
Okay.
Ikaw muna, then we will be asking the others, and then you
sure.
translate that to us.
Sure.
So you start with how you were recruited, and then how you were put in that facility,
Okay.
and then how you were rescued or escaped, or so what are the surrounding circumstances from the time that you arrived in this country to the moment that you were rescued by the PAOK?
Okay.
Please proceed.
Okay, actually, I came in Philippines in 2021. Okay, that one is I travel in Dubai, and then transfer because our own company there already transfer over here. Okay, after that, okay, why I will be in Bamban Tarlac? Okay, when February 10th, that one is almost Chinese New Year. I will meet up in our friends. That one is my old colleague when I meet in Philippines here. And then when I arrived there, okay, in Bamban the place there, and then I just maybe in the dinner we will get the dinner at that time. Okay. And then he told me to wait in the domestary there. He said he will go to do something and then come back later. And then I just wait until around 30 minutes after. The office, like the in charge, maybe the admin or anything, is coming to calling me, and then go to the supervisor place, and then he will tell me I need to work in there, and then maybe have I think I already get self because I have some knowledge for that. If I will go to park, and then it's not allowed to go out, and then them say I need to, and then asking for if I pay maybe the price of that he sell me, then them say it's not allowed. And then actually you need to how to say minimum you need to work around half an years. After that, if without the payment, you already pay out the payment, and then I can get like freedoms or something like that.
So, were you tortured?
Okay. When the times when I in Bamban there, and then I already get when I first day, you already give up my phone, my personal phone, and then I lost my contacts or maybe I just try to how to say just save myself until I get the phone or maybe I find another way for contacts. And then after that I just try to
Were you tortured?
when
Have a
that was
physical abuse or something?
the back in the back.
Back?
No. In the face. The time then torture me in the face, and then I will report in.
You were slapped or you were punched?
Yeah, we will get punched.
How many times?
Just one or two times. That time I forget, but I feeling the first time is already drunk. Yeah.
Dr. Winston, is he the one that was rescued with the bench? Okay, sige. So Dylan, so we will be asking the other
Okay, sure.
I think the physical abuse that was perpetrated on your person is not that much compared to the others.
I think them is more hardest with
Okay,
me.
so we'll be asking who? Dr. Winston,
Okay.
translator. Pero he was rescued as well. Not too much violence against him. Can you kindly give him another mic? So
Okay.
so Dylan, kindly ask him the same
Okay.
question from the time
how
that
you were happenings.
yeah, oh,
in
yes.
the times. 就是他想问一下你怎么在那个邦邦刚 club 嘛，就是克拉克那边就怎么会在那边出现，就怎么会在那边，就过程你可以说一下。
6月2号晚上11点多，
靠近你看。
6月2号晚上11点多，
OK
在机械区走闲逛的时候，被别人推上车了。
哦，在被别人推上车了。
对，6月3号。
6月3号。
6月3号凌晨2点多的时候就发现出現在那個地方了。
Okay. Can I translate? I need me to translate it, right? Okay. He say actually in June 12th, the time when he working maybe for personal, and then he get some persons is catching him in the road, and then with the small van 是小车是吗？那种小型面包车或者什么？
灰白色的 SUV。
哦，白色的 SUV。 Oh, have some guys is cashing in the road with the white color SUV, and then after that 过后呢？
过后，就拿我的手机呗，然后拿了我的包，然后
就拿了你的手机，就上了车就拿你的手机，拿你的包是吧？
对。
Okay, when he get cash with maybe the criminal or anything, and then he get the phone, the personal phone, and then the bag all.
So in other words, this person was kidnapped and then put into a
put into the class, the Pampanggang there.
So how many months?
How many months? I think just few days. He say it's a February.
More than 5 days.
days only.
No, just only 2 days. Just only 2 days.
2 days only. Then he was rescued. Oh, you raided already. So he was picked up on a place, in some place, and then brought
When the
into the
time,
Pogo.
Mr. Chair and for the committee, he was kidnapped in Pasay, June 2, if I'm not mistaken. Then he was brought to Porac. Then we rescued him around early morning of June 5.
But by the way, you know the story of each and every, right? Can you kindly, the story of them, di ba? Better that you speak on their behalf because we will understand more.
Mr. Chair.
We cannot understand the translator. Di ba? Attorney Congressman Roy Loyola.
Mr. Chair, may I know if the victim have executed an affidavit? If
Dr.
there is,
Wilson, please reply.
can we ask copy so that we could easily understand the story behind their
Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Since most of these are complainants, they have executed their affidavits, and these are with the relevant courts po. But in the absence of those affidavits, now I could recount their story since they were recounted to us to PAOK po.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, just a question.
Congresswoman
So-
Pancho.
So nakidnap po sila.
Yes, ma'am.
Did they give money or not?
Hindi po. May I, ma'am?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Dylan, as he was telling his story po, he was sold po. Binenta siya doon sa Sunyuan sa Baupu.
Pakibigyan mo sila.
Ang nagbenta po sa kanya, barkada pa po niya. Ang sabi sa kanya ng barkada niya, kakain lang tayo doon sa Baupu kasi Chinese New Year po yun. Pero ang nangyari po, binenta po siya sa halagang 300,000. Pero hindi po niya alam. Tapos nung nagpupumilit na po siyang umalis doon sa Baupu, doon sa Porac, doon na po in-inform siya na you have already been sold and you will have to pay off your debt to them. Kinuha po yung kanyang cellphone, tapos yun nga po, sinabihan na po siya na kung kaya mong mabayaran within 6 months, makakalabas ka po. Pero may mga pagkakataon ho kasi na umaalma yung ating witness, kaya siya po'y nabubugbog. Naipagbigay alam po siya sa atin ng Malaysian Embassy sapagkat nakapag-text po siya doon sa company phone, pinakita po niya yung mga bugbog niya rito sa kanyang mukha, yung sinasabi niyang sa kanyang face.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
I think for
Congressman Richard Gomez.
I
Go
think
ahead.
for us to easily understand yung sinasabi ng taga-PAOK TF, Mr. Chair. Maybe if they have videos to show, mas madaling maintindihan ng lahat, Mr. Chair.
Yes, I
Yes.
was about to.
Yep.
Yes,
Mr.
I was
Chair.
about to. Because these 5 Chinese nationals that was invited, I think hindi naman yun yung video na that was.
Hindi ho
about to be
lahat.
presented.
Isa lang po
So,
yung nandito.
Can you kindly show to us yung mga videos, but not included these people? Kasi hindi naman lahat nung nasa video are what do you call this, mga nag-akusa, di ba? Hindi sila kasama, di ba?
Mr.
So
Chair,
can
just
you kindly show to us the videos?
for proper context, Mr. Chair, before we proceed, are we
Yes.
made to understand that all these witnesses used to work in the same Pogo hub or different in different locations?
No, Your Honor. 3 worked for Lucky South 99 sa Porac, Pampanga. Yung isa po, yung nauna yung translator natin was from Sunyuan or yung sa Baupu sa Bamban, Tarlac. Yung isa po, yung kababayan natin ay na-rescue po namin sa Myawaddy sa Myanmar po.
And all of these witnesses came here in the country to precisely work for Pogo?
No, Your Honor, there was pretense kasi iba sa kanila di umano inirecruit daw po sila bilang mga cook, mga waiter, mga ganoon, pero nabenta din po sa Pogo, Your Honor.
Kaya siguro attorney si Sayana, meron tayong mga videos that you have submitted to us. Can you kindly
Can I just take
mga
Okay.
Honor of persons here in the room. Kasi, no, yung hindi nga pwede. We cannot present in public torture videos of the witnesses, but the others.
Mr. Chair, excuse. Kaya nga po naka-face mask sila eh. Tapos pakikita natin dito. So what's the use, di ba? Hindi po
Exactly.
sila
That's the
yan.
reason why I told a while ago that the video